I am this guy right here, Nick Shell. This is my book, got published this year, The Guy's Guide to Enneagram, and you can check it out. There's a link right there. You can buy it. I'll make maybe $2. I actually make more money from making these videos. The ad revenue is the funny thing about it. I didn't write the book to make money. I wrote the book so that I could understand Enneagram better and make better videos, if you can believe it. There's a lot of logic there. What I really want to focus on is validation. I think that's very important, the need for validation. So I am 43 and a half. I'm a third through my 40s at this point, and I'm really accepting a life lesson, and this has been one of the main life lessons this year for me is to not seek validation and to not try to make other people happy. Now, I am one of the Enneagrams that is a people pleaser. 9s, 2s, and 3s specifically struggle with trying to make people happy more than any other number. For me specifically, as a 9, it's that I want to be basically connected with everybody I possibly can and to have healthy relationships with as many people as I possibly can. And so that's how the people pleaser thing comes up there. If you're Enneagram 2, your whole identity is I exist and I matter because I am helping people. And then with 3, it's this performance based that if I can be the best at what I do, then people will like me if I'm good at what I do. But those are the 3 Enneagrams that most likely fall into people pleasing: 9s, 2s, and 3s. So I think there definitely is this concept that people pleasing and the need for validation, there's a bit of an overlap. And you might not be a people pleaser at all, but you may still be looking for validation. So let's just talk about that. And I think we can see life can become so much easier when you're no longer looking for validation. Again, I'm Enneagram 9. We are wired to look for the meaning of life. We're wired to speed run. How can I make life as efficient as possible? How can I enjoy life as much as I can without doing the boring stuff? How can I just get rid of the boring stuff or the stuff that's gonna weigh me down? And the need for validation largely is part of that. And I totally get it. As you're younger, you are trying to figure out who you are. What am I good at? What am I bad at? What's my purpose? All of those things. And then as you start understanding, well, here's my God-given gift. Now I understand it. And I think understanding your Enneagram is very important so that you can understand what your gifts are that God gave you as part of your identity and how you can expand on that. So once you figure that out, what happens is you can think, okay, well, here's my purpose. Now I know what to do with it. How can I internalize it? I think a lot of people externalize it. So they are, and we see this with social media. We see that people, a lot of times what they post, because I'm hardly on social media, I don't really look at other people's stuff at this point in my life, but from what I remember what it's like, and the whole environment of social media is look at me. Look how cool I am. Look how important I am. Look how fun I am. Look how talented I am. Look how blank I am is a lot of what social media is. I've seen for Enneagram 2s specifically, I see this with them on social media. The pattern is look at how I'm helping someone. I mean, whether it's caring for an older person, caring for a younger person, giving blood, some way that they've helped a person, or if they get their picture taken with somebody who they deem is more important than they are, like maybe the mayor or something, they'll get their picture made, or with a celebrity. They want to identify with someone who is important, but it's look at me. If it's Enneagram 3, it may be whatever their career is or their hobby that they're really good at, their craft. Look at what I can do. look what I can do. There's a Mad TV reference. And I think for 9, I mean, we can do this in a various way. I think because 9s are creative people. I'd say 9s and 4s are the most creative. And I would say that for us, it's look at my creation. And I mean, look, for me, I write songs, I'm creative that way. I make these videos, but there's certain ways that if you were to look at me like, oh yeah, he's creative all the time. So he's wanting to be validated for his creativity. And maybe so. Maybe if you're a 9, you find that that's what you're looking to be validated for, is through your creativity. Or maybe it's that you're a good person if you've got the 1 wing. Or if you've got that dominant 8 wing like I have, maybe it's like, look what I overcame. Like, I'll give you an example. This past week, we paid off our mortgage. Well, it doesn't feel official till I see it on a bank statement and see the zeros. But, I think if I was a less mature version of myself, I'd be putting on Facebook, hey, everybody, look at me. We're awesome. We paid off our house. And the reality is I save that conversation for other people like, hey, tell you a secret. And they're like, man, that's awesome. And we keep it a conversation like that. All right, what are your thoughts? Validation right there.